Hey guys, Allie here. I want to welcome you to the Ask Allie podcast, your place for life advice with a metaphysical twist. Ask Allie is the longest running metaphysical podcast on iTunes, helping others since 2005. You can catch the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or watch it on YouTube. Today is Monday, August 7th, 2017. I want to thank you for tuning in and giving me a listen to. If you'd like to get a reading, find out more about me, or support the podcast, I'll leave all that information in the show's notes. And don't forget, if you like this episode, please rate it. I'd greatly appreciate it. So we got lots of announcements today. For those of you who are joining me for the first time, real fast, I don't edit. What happens here happens. You're going to see it whether I like it or not, because everything stays in. That's the way I've been doing it for the last 13 years. I'm not going to change it just because I've switched to video. I do have a whole house full of animals and a teenager, and interruptions happen all the time because, well, that's life. Interruptions happen with life, but I hope you stick it through because I think I might have some worthwhile information for you to have. Okay, so announcements. The 777 Institute. I've got the basic page up. It has one of those coming soon pages. So it's 77institute.com, and what it's going to be is uniting spiritual seekers with soul level teachers. At first it's going to be a teaching, learning, knowledge area. It's about awakening and energy and gaining knowledge and really stepping into the person your soul knows you can be, and having these teachers help you. If you would like to be on the list for me to let you know when it does open, if you go to 777institute.com, there's a little email thing. Just put your email in, and when we open and getting ready for students or making a call out for teachers, I'll send out an email. And if you're interested in either, you can get back to me. Okay, so I'm excited for it. It's gonna be good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, tonight is a full moon eclipse. Emotions gonna be all over the board. So you're gonna have to deal with it. I know you can do it. The energy should fade by tomorrow morning. I think I read the astrologer said we're gonna go into Pisces. So I guess that means calmer, more chilled out. I just see energy. I follow astrology because I'm a Taurus, and I am a typical Taurus through and through. But I don't know much about astrology, just to let you know. It's the one area I really don't know a whole lot about. But with the eclipse, we also have Mercury retrograde coming up next Saturday, this Saturday the 12th. Yeah, I think it's Saturday. So make sure you finish up projects and get things finished this week. You don't want to be finishing up during a retrograde because while retrograde isn't a disaster for a lot of people, it can throw kinks into travel, signing contracts, because Mercury is the planet of communication. So save yourself the headache and get stuff wrapped up this week. Okay? Okay. The podcast deal of the week, I'm doing one this week and I'm doing one next week, and then it's finished until next summer if I decide to bring it back, because when school starts with my job, I just get too busy, and I can't do everything I'm doing this summer. So that's going to be on the Kabish. And also on the Kabish was the question and answer, and a chance for a free reading because nobody was taking advantage of it. So if no one's going to take advantage of it, there is no need to have it there. Correct? Correct. What else? Joshua and Selena readings are also going to go on the Kabish after school starts again. And any reading deals that I put out on Facebook or Twitter, those are also going to be gone. So if I post something and it sounds like something you'd like, by all means, please jump on it, because if you don't, well, you're going to miss it until next summer. And don't forget, I am on Instagram, Soul Terrific. I also put all of my different social media handles below in the show notes as well. If you want to hang out with me anytime on social media, there you go. So let us go to the Oracle card overview of the week, starting today, August 7th, to August 13th, which is Sunday. I am using the enchanted map. There you go. And let's do a little bit of a shuffle here. Whoops, a little bit of a shuffle. And let's pull some cards out. See what we got. Now this is an overview, so not everything always applies to everyone. Okay, just keep that in mind. And if you're listening via podcast and you're like, I want to see what the cards look like, this is a well-known deck, so you can Google the cards, or you can, start watching the video on iTunes or YouTube. Uh-oh. We have kitten mayhem going on here today. And Tony DiNozzo just showed up. Yes, I have 6 kittens. I named them all after characters from NCIS. I can't help it. I love the show. And yes, I have a Leroy Jethro Gibbs. He's a gray and white kitten. Oh well. For those of you watching video, I think one of the kittens is going to make their way up. Let us pull some cards. Got 1, 2, 3. Don't look too bad, guys. So for the first card here, we have Wishing Well. Look at that. She's making a little wish. A beautiful well. And with Wishing Well, that's what it is. It's time to make a wish and to really get what's within you out. Because that's what we do when we make a wish. We take whatever it is that's within us that we want to happen, and we communicate it. We verbalize. We either verbalize it by saying it, or we verbalize it by writing it down. But one way or the other, we get it from inside of us to outside of us. And that's how the universe steps in and helps you to give the wish shape into reality. Now, speaking of the wish, the second card we have here, I love this card. It is Riding of the Wave. Those are those beautiful dolphins. And after you make a wish, you need to ride the wave of what happens afterwards. Because when we put things out there, when we communicate, the universe comes in and says, hey, all right, let's get working on this. And they put things in front of you to help you out. They take things away that are no longer needed. So just ride the wave. Don't try to control the situation. Just ride it. Okay? And the last card we've got here, which makes sense with the last two, is making a choice. Right? So you are making a wish. You got to ride the wave. And at the end, you've got making a choice. You're going to get to a spot. You're going to, well, now what am I going to do? I put the wish out. I'm riding the wave. The universe is doing stuff. I've come to a spot where I need to make a choice. Do I want to go this way with the wish? Or do I want to go this way, maybe without the wish? What do I want to do? And choices, even choices we want to make, still kind of suck sometimes, because when we make a choice, something that we've wanted or something that we've held on to falls away. It's bye-bye. It's in a rearview mirror. And it can be sad. But at the same time, you've opened up a whole new path of opportunities. It's all really how you look at it. So first, again, we have the wishing well. See, you're making a wish. Then we've got riding the waves, the nice dolphins. And then we come to making a choice. It all works out, you know that? I like these cards. Just stating a fact. I like these cards. I like the art on them. They're pretty. And wait a minute. Did I see something? All 3 cards that are picked have a... Do all her cards have this? I just didn't notice it until now. No, all of her cards don't. There is like a little, see, like it's a fairy or a bird, something like that above. But the rest of the cards have these as well. The 3 cards I drew today. This one's even riding the dolphin. See? And I'm sorry for the glare. it's, you know, the cards have this all, well, I shouldn't say all. The ones that I've come in contact with have a nice slick coating on the front of them, and when any light hits it, you're going to have a reflection. It's annoying as hell, but it's what happens. But it's got it on the fairy or bird or whatever. I don't know what that is. I like to think it's a fairy. It's carrying our wish to ride the wave and then make a choice. It's just one of those little tidbits I just saw. All right, so that is our Oracle card overview for the week, starting today, August 7th, until Sunday, August 13th. Yes, let me get these cards, get them out of my way, and we can continue on, shall we? All right, so interesting that these cards were drawn because of the topic of the week. And the topic of the week is, what are you doing with your potential? What are you doing? Actually, it's what are you doing with your seeds of potential? Seeds. Forgot that. Seeds of potential. What are you doing with it? We all have seeds of potential within us. All of us. They are dreams that are just praying that you give them a chance to succeed in reality. That's what our seeds of potentials are. Now, how do you know what your seeds of potentials are? It's the things that we keep going back to. It's the things that keep cropping up. The sparks we just can't put out or forget about. Now, after a while, those sparks and those seeds of potential, if you don't pay attention to them, they can get kind of annoying. They show up sometimes at the most inopportune time. Like you finally succeeded in one area and you're like, yeah, man, I'm doing this. And then it pops up. You're like, I have to go do, now should I do that? I don't know. And you keep pushing it aside, but it's like, you can't forget about me. Kind of drives you crazy. But don't you think it's time you did something with it? Meaning you just got this big thing or something amazing happened and you're thinking this potential, this seed of potential is no longer an issue, but it keeps showing up. If it keeps showing up, it still is a issue. It still wants to become a living, breathing thing. It wants to come alive, right? So what can you do to do something with these seeds of potential? Well, first you need to share it via communication. You need to get it out, like the wishing well. You need to get it out of your system. You can either write it down or you can just say it. Like, okay, we'll put myself out there because why not? One of my seeds of potential is the 777 Institute. And I have been ignoring it for years. And I mean at least 23 years, give or take, a few years there. I've been pushing it aside. I'm like, no, I can't do stuff like that. Are you kidding me? And finally, it showed up, and it's like, dude, you have got to do something with me. So, the 777 Institute, as I mentioned earlier, is going to bring together spiritual seekers and soul level teachers. It's also going to be able to take people on spiritual journeys throughout the world. That's the next step with that, going on spiritual adventures, visiting places of significance around the world. I can say, this is something that I can see. But the more I talk about it, the more I get the vibration out there. It feels so right. And eventually there will be a physical location, and I can see it I can see it in front of me. With physical location, there is the Institute, and there is also an animal sanctuary. Yeah, they're both things in one area. And my goal is, I would like to have it out west, but I'm not against putting it here in Ohio someplace. So I just shared something via communication. I have taken a seed of potential. I have conversed it with you guys. I have shared it. I'll be making connections, which is step 2, make connections. So you share something, You communicate it. After that, you start making connections because you put it out there. And the universe is like, you want that done? Okay, we'll start bringing people and opportunities into you. You start making connections. And then when you start making the connections, you start taking action. So you have communication, then you got connections, and then you got action. Then you take action on it. Like I did I put the very small website, but a website nonetheless. It's up there. You can go to 777 Institute and put your email in. I've taken action. That's my action for now. That's what you need to do, right? Our seeds of potential come out and they vibrate to such a high frequency and are so much richer when we connect with others and the universe to help us make this a reality, whatever this may be. And don't you think everything's always better when we share it? You know, we're not meant to be islands, none of us. So everything is always better when we share, when we have a community around us to help us build, right? You got to ask for what you want. You got to ask, you've got to converse, you've got to bring out that seed of potential. And sharing what you know, building and co-creating with the people around you and the universe. I mean, come on. It's awesome. It is. And I know everybody who is listening or watching that each of you have seeds of potential within you. You've just been too hesitant or scared or fearful of bringing it out. I mean, what's going to happen when you do? How's your life going to change? Who's going to not speak to you anymore? Who might come into your life? You know, it's all these what ifs. But it's kind of cool if you think about it. The what ifs are fun. You've got your own little adventure story. We're all on an adventure, a learning adventure. But if you move the seed of potential from your soul into a reality, you're one step closer to help making the world a better place. And only you and your seed of potential, it has your own unique spin on it, whatever it is, even if it's already out there. Thank you, computer. You have your own unique spin. Don't be scared off the fact that somebody else is already doing what you want to do. Okay. Now the seed of potential, it does deal with places and opportunities and careers and money and animals. It can also deal with families and romance. We all have different seeds of potential in us, and they all look different because we're all different. So do something with your seeds of potential. The world needs you. Okay? Okay. So the podcast deal of the week. Now, as I was planning for the podcast, Joshua and Selena, who are my guides, came up with this brand new reading. They're like, let's do this. Okay, so they just announced they have a Seeds of Potential reading. You give Joshua and Selena, the two high-level guides, 3 areas that you cannot get out of your mind. No matter how many times you try to quit it, you can't. Joshua and Selena will give you insight on each seed of potential and will show you what will happen if you take action on these roots of destiny. The seeds of potential can be personal or it can be career-wise. But remember, seeds of potential are things within you that will not go away. They just simply won't go away. They crop up. And you're like, again? But if this is something you would like, it's $80. And send me an email, allietheiss@yahoo.com, and we'll get you hooked up with that. All podcast deals of the week are finished before the next podcast deal comes out. So everything will be done this week by Monday when the next podcast comes out. Okay? All right. So we're here at the end. Thank you for joining me here at Ask Allie. If you like this episode, please rate it and tell your friends. The more people who listen, the more people I can hopefully have their aha moments. Join me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can find me, this podcast at AskAlliePodcast.com, OutOfBodyEcstasy.com, AllieTheiss.com, and the 777 Institute. I can be found if you choose to look. You guys have yourself a fabulous week, and I will catch you next Monday. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.